Boomtown Chapter 2, The Twin Trail. Located in the Matterley Bowl in Winchester, Boomtown is a music festival, but not as you know it. Within its winding streets is an ARG, alternate reality game, which follows an evolving storyline, an endless amount of characters, and a boatload of quests for everyone to take part in and make their own. Festival goers are invited to interact with actors in the different districts, take part in protests and games, and unfold stories all over the city. There's even a daily newspaper printed each day on site. This video has no spoilers for the pre-game or storyline for 2024. Before the big storyline reset over COVID and the chapters starting anew, the crux of the previous narrative was based around an advanced machine intelligence, Amy, who ruled over the city. Amy was created by Bang High Industries and based on Ellen, the daughter of Rothschild, who was the CEO of the company. He can be seen on older versions of Boomtown Money. The official website states Amy and Ellen were twins. Ellen intended to stop Amy's dictatorship of the city, but did not mean to throw Boomtown into a 2-year dark age, which in reality was during COVID. Following a 2-year hiatus due to real-world events, Boomtown reopens with a divided populace. Some see Ellen as a hero, while others blame her for the festival's dark age. Against this backdrop, festival goers navigate through 8 distinct districts, each with their own unique storylines and quests. There are 8 districts in the city, 2 of which are the main stages, Origin and Grand Central. Here you'll find the opening and closing ceremonies, as well as a short snippet storyline related shows. There aren't usually immersive theatre actors around these areas. The remaining 6 consist of Let's Be Avenue, the main drag and first district you'll enter from your campsite, Copper County, the Wild West and filmmaking hub, Oldtown, the port and harbour, filled with winding streets and shady back alleys, Metropolis, the digital realm and futuristic beacon of self-indulgence, Botanica, a utopia of flourishing nature and greenery, and Area 404, the deserted industrial quadrant. Prior to the big reset, these districts all existed within their own timelines, a theme which is carried on in the main storyline for this year. Citizens can engage with each district beyond the main storyline, such as in immersive experiences or interactive elements. The events of Chapter 2 saw storyliners following in the footsteps of Ellen between the different districts as she was hiding from timeline to timeline. There were 2 main factions searching for her. The Bobbies in Let's Be Avenue wanted us to become a secret agent and track her down to catch the fugitive, while the Free Fall Federation in Oldtown hired us as an investigator to find out the same information in order to save Ellen and make her the new ruler of Boomtown. After speaking to these factions, they gave out a booklet, a guide to seek out the hidden Ellen in each district. In order to complete the main questline, 4 of the 6 district quests must be finished, and evidence returned to the Bobbies or Fools. Each district loosely followed a structure of mini-quests you had to complete in order to get to the end, but the pathways may vary for each person, in order to stop bottlenecks, or lots of players queuing up for the same things. My activities in each district may differ from others, but the important part is the evidence at the end. Let's Be Avenue had us collect a triangle of growth card from Blob, Boomtown Lifestyle Opportunities, of which we had to fill out by doing jobs in the various factions around the district. Once we had filled out the card and taken it to the Blop front desk, they invited us to the back room, where we would look up within a pyramid to find a hidden message. Then we took that message to the poster posse and they gave us an envelope. Inside this envelope was our first piece of evidence and the first completed district. Ellen says that the town is deciding her fate this weekend, and that we once said that she had a part to play. Maybe this is it. In Copper County, we auditioned for a role in the film at one of the venues. If we did well, we were invited to work in the prop department, painting signs for the film set. Within our time here, we learned that Ellen had been working in the prop department under the name Dawn. Then we received a copy of the letter from Dawn to the prop department saying that she could no longer live in the past and must face her future. In Metropolis, we visited the Ingenious desk and had to fill out a sign-up form in order to get a sticker which enabled us to enter the central structure of Metropolis. In here, we wore VR IRL glasses and went through a maze of challenges in order to obtain a verified sticker. Part of the Metropolis pre-festival game involved a social media website called Betterbook, and becoming verified seemed very important. Once verified, we went back to the Ingenious desk and they gave us an email, evidence showing the Betterverse and Metropolis were attempting to stamp out the Ellen movement. Throughout the weekend, citizens were asked to vote on Ellen either being a friend or a foe via the Wove app. Each day, the Daily Rag, a daily newspaper printed on site, provided a bit more information on the case. Oldtown made us climb through a secret tunnel to speak to the mystical Zoltan, and he directed us to Jimmy's in the Cosmic Junkyard. Here's a bit where we were supposed to talk to Jimmy and get the thing, but we just cheated instead and took a picture of this guy's card. Ellen refers to the Temple of Zero holding Amy's last words, and that she's heading that way to hear them. She doesn't know when she'll be back. In Area 404 we had to join the rival gangs, the Guardians and the Locos, and do small jobs for each of them. Once completed, we had to search the district for 3 hidden notes, and once put together, the capital letters read, "Searching for my soul." After whispering this to one of the hatches around the district, they gave us a letter from Ellen. She talks about being scanned by Amy, something happening to the both of them, and then Amy smiling before initiating the shutdown. Ellen awakens to Area 404 on fire. For Botanica, we went to the Temple of Zero and took part in a ritual ceremony to meet the Mother. Alternatively, there was another ceremony in the room opposite, where you would reconnect with the soil. After these ceremonies, we had a symbol painted on our faces which allowed us to enter a different room and hear the final message.
Ellen is my mother, one of my mothers. When Ellen found Amy, had advanced machine intelligence. Amy found her humanity, and so my seeds were created. I am heart and head, nature and technology, conscious and subconscious, imagination and reality, inner and outer. Everything and nothing at once. New section, pending. Ellen met me here, and I showed her Amy's final transmission.
Loading. She finally understands why Amy chose to destroy herself. But meeting me frightened her more than anything she has learned so far. Loading.
I can no longer see Ellen on this timeline.
She has shifted to another.
I don't know if we'll meet again, but I will be here for a long time to come.
Alco, tree pit shine.
I don't know if we'll meet again, but
I'll be here for a long time to come. You may call me Iona. The integration of nature and technology.
Iona.
It seems as though this new entity, Iona, the integration of nature and technology, is here to stay for future storyline plots. We had followed Ellen through various timelines and gathered pieces of evidence. It was time to return to the Boomtown Bobbies and the Freefall Federation to get our booklets stamped and collect our prizes, the heart and brain pins, of which were numbered. After this, the pin backings had the clue, "Only those who see both sides may seek me out in Oldtown." This led to a secret doorway and small room where witches were performing a hand-fasting ceremony and spreading a positive message, mostly about ley lines and sphincters.
So we're like a big ball with like a load of sphincters in the middle, and that's our ego, and we're experiencing everything through this sphincter.
Once completing the ceremony, we were gifted a vial of powder in a Sandtimer fashion. At the closing ceremony, Ellen took over the screens of the main stages, sharing a message.
Boomtown, I know you've been looking for me, but you've all made me into the hero of your own story. I have had time to look inside myself, face my shadows, and find my power. We will need this time, now, more than ever. But there is no free time anymore. The systems are rebuilding the same as before. They steal our time and take us further away from ourselves and each other. This all needs to stop. It's not easy to face the silence, but only in silence can a new sound be born. Only in darkness can a new spark shine. From nothing, together, we imagine the future we want. What we feel inside, we see outside. so you choose to believe. The people have decided. I will return to Boomtown to imagine a future by your side.
Reflecting on how the world has come back from lockdown, Ellen is at dismay with how we're rebuilding society, exactly the same as it was before. This message is a call to action for the citizens of Boomtown to create a future they want. She finishes by announcing her return to Boomtown in Chapter 3, Revolution of the Imagination. The main storyline of Chapter 2 sees participants joining factions searching for Ellen, with the Bobbies and the Freefall Federation offering contrasting perspectives. As players traverse the districts, they undertake various tasks and challenges to uncover clues about Ellen's whereabouts and intentions. In Let's Be Avenue, players collect evidence by completing tasks for different factions. Copper County reveals Ellen's past involvement under the alias Dawn through a film audition. Metropolis exposes attempts to suppress the Ellen movement via social media. Oldtown leads players on a mystical journey guided by the enigmatic Zoltown. Area 404 involves joining rival gangs and deciphering hidden messages. Botanica offers spiritual ceremonies and encounters with the entity Iona, integrating nature and technology. After gathering evidence from multiple districts, players return to the Bobbies and the Freefall Federation to complete their quests and receive the Heart and Brain pins. These pins lead to a secret room in Oldtown, where players partake in a symbolic ceremony and receive a vial of powder. The closing ceremony sees Ellen addressing the festival goers, urging them to reflect on societal norms and envision a better future. She announces her return for Chapter 3, Revolution of the Imagination, signalling a continuation of the story and a call to action for positive change. Boomtown Chapter 2, The Twin Trail, intertwines immersive storytelling with real-world themes, inviting participants to explore, engage, and imagine a better future within the dynamic world of Boomtown. I've been the King of Hearts, thanks for watching.
You're watching the shadows of the wall, and you think that they're the reality. If you don't look over your shoulder, you would see what's causing those shadows.